catcall, a kind of whistle chiefly used at theatres to interrupt the actors and damn a new piece. It derives its name from one of its sounds, which greatly resembles the modulation of an intriguing boar cat. Cat harping fashion, drinking crossways and not, as usual, of the left thumb, C term, cat in pan, to turn cat in pan, to change sides or parties, supposed originally to be turn Kate or cake in pan, cat's foot, to live under the cat's foot, to be under the dominion of a wife, henpecked, to live like a dog or cat, spoken of married persons who live unhappily together, as many lives as a cat's. Cats, according to vulgar naturalists, have 9 lives, there is one less a woman, no more chance there than a cat in hell without claws, said of one who enters into a dispute or quarrel without one greatly above his match. Cat lap, tea, called also scandal broth, see scandal broth. Cat match, when a rook or cully is engaged amongst bad bowlers. Cat of 9 tails, a scourge composed of 9 strings of whipcord, each string having 9 knots. Cat's paw, to be made a cat's paw of, to be made a tool or instrument to accomplish the purpose of another, an allusion to the story of a monkey who made use of a cat's paw to scratch a roasted chestnut out of a fire. Cat sleep, counterfeit sleep. Cats often counterfeiting sleep to decoy their prey near them and then suddenly spring on them. Cat stick, thin legs compared to sticks with which boys play at cats. See trapsticks. Cat whipping or whipping the cat, a trick often practiced on ignorant country fellows vain of their strength, by laying a wager with them that they may be pulled through a pond by a cat, the bet being made a rope is fixed around the waist of a party to be catted, and the end thrown across the pond, to which the cat is also fastened by a pack thread, and 3 or 4 sturdy fellows are appointed to lead and whip the cat. These, on a signal given, seize the end of the cord, and pretending to whip the cat, haul the astonished booby through the water. To whip the cat is also a term among tailors for working jobs at private houses, as practised in the country. Catamaran, an old straggy woman from a kind of float made of spars and yards lashed together for saving shipwrecked persons. Catch club, a member of the patch club, a bum bailiff. Catch far, a footboy, so called from such servants, commonly following close behind their master or mistress. Catch penny, any temporary contrivance to raise a contribution to the public, on the public. Catch pole, a bum bailiff or sheriff's officer. Catching harvest, a dangerous time for a robbery when many persons are on the road on account of a horse race, fair, or some other public meeting. Cater cousins, good friends, he and I are not cater cousins, i.e., we are not even cousins in the 4th degree, or 4 times removed, that is, we have not the least friendly connection. Caterpillar, a nickname for a soldier. In the year 1745, a soldier quartered at a house near Derby was desired by his landlord to call upon him whenever he came that way, for, added he, soldiers are the pillars of the nation. The rebellion being finished, it happened the same regiment was quartered in Derbyshire, when the soldier resolved to accept his landlord's invitation and accordingly obtained leave to go to him, but on his arrival he was greatly surprised to find a very cold reception, whereupon, expostulating with his landlord, he reminded him of his invitation and the circumstance of his having said soldiers were the pillars of the nation. If I did, answered the host, I meant caterpillars. Caterwauling, going out in the night in search of entries like cat in the gutters. Cathedral, old-fashioned, an old cathedral, bedstead, chair at sea. Cattle, sad cattle, whores or gypsies, black cattle, bugs, cunt. Cavorting school, a bawdy house. Codgepord, left-handed. Cauliflower, a large white wig such as is commonly worn by the dignified clergy and was formerly by physicians, also the private parts of a woman, the reason for which appellation is given in the following story. A woman who was given evidence in a cause wherein it was necessary to express those parts, those made of the term cauliflower, for which the judge on the bench, a peevish old fellow, reproved her, saying she might as well call it artichoke. Not so, my lord, replied she, for an artichoke has a bottom, but a cunt and a cauliflower have none. Cautions, the 4 cautions. I beware of a woman before. 2. Beware of a horse behind. 3. Beware of the cart sideways. 4. Beware of a priest every way. Okay. Core-handed or core-pawed. Awkward, not dexterous, ready or nimble. Caxon, an old weather-beaten wig. Cent per cent, an usherer. Chafed, well beaten from shoff, warmed. Chalkers, men of wit in Ireland who in the night amuse themselves with cuffing or cutting inoffensive passengers across the face with a knife. They are somewhat like those facious gentlemen some time ago known in England by the title of sweaters and mohawks. Chalking, the amusement above described. Okay. Chap, a fellow, an odd chap, a strange fellow. Chaperon, the cicisbeo or gentleman usher to a lady from the French. Chapped, dry or thirsty. Charactered or lettered, burnt in the hand, they have palmed the character upon him, they have burned him in the hand, can't. See lettered, charm, a picklock cunt, Charon, the smoke of Charon, his eyes water from the smoke of Charon, a man of that place coming out of his house, weeping because his wife had beat him, told his neighbours the smoke had made his eyes water, chatterbox, one whose tongue runs 12 score to the dozen, a chattering man or woman, chatterbroth, tea, see catlap, scandalbroth, chats, lice, perhaps an abbreviation of chattels, lice being the chief livestock of chattels and beggars, gypsies, and the rest of canting crow, can't, also according to the canting academy, the gallows, chates, the gallows cunt, chanticles, grub street writers who compose songs, carols, and ballet singers cunt, chaunt, a song, to chaunt, to sing, to publish an account in the newspapers. The kiddie was chaunted for a Toby. His examination concerning a highway robbery was published in the papers. Chaw bacon, a countryman, a stupid fellow. Cheapside, he came at it by way of Cheapside. He gave little or nothing for it. He bought it cheap. Cheats, sham sleeves to put over a dirty shift or shirt. See shams, cheek by jowl, side by side, hand to fist, cheeks, arse cheeks near Cunnyborough, the repartee of a St. Gilles fair one, who bids you to ask her backside Anglaise. Her arse, a like answer is current in France. Anyone asking the road or distance to Macon, a city near Lyons, would be answered by a French lady of easy virtue. Matters, mother, come, blah, 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 blah. Vota, blah, 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 blah. Blah, 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 fuck, I can't even say that shit. Cheese, a toaster, and so fuck it. Metters, voter, nesdan, mother, color, at vos, serazan, les fuzzbug. Cheese, toaster, a sword. Cheese it, be silent, be quiet, don't do it. Cheese it, the coves are fly. Be silent, the people understand our discourse. Cheeser, a strong smelling fart. Chelsea, a village near London famous for the military hospital. To get Chelsea to obtain the benefit of the hospital. Dead Chelsea by God. Ah, they censored God. An exclamation uttered by, is it God? Fuck knows. Probably is, but what else could it be? But a grenadier at Fontenay on having his leg carried away by a cannonball, chest of tools, a shoe black's brush and wig, and C Irish. Cherry-coloured cat, a black cat. There being black cherries as well as red. Cherubims, peevish children, because cherubims and seraphims continually do cry. Cheshire cat, he grins like a Cheshire cat, said of anyone who chews his teeth and gums in laughing. Chickabiddy, a chicken so called to and by little children. Chicken breasted, said of a woman with scarce any breasts. Chicken butcher, a poulterer. Chicken hammered, person whose legs and thighs are bent or arcward outwards. Chicken hearted, fearful, cowardly. Chicken nabod, a nabubub. Chicken nabob, one returned from the East Indies with but a moderate fortune of 50 or 60,000 pounds. A diminutive nabob, a term borrowed from the chicken turtle. Child, to eat a child, to partake of a treat given to the parish officers, in part of commutation of a bastard child. The common price was formerly £10 in a greasy chew. See greasy chin. Okay. Chimney chops, an abusive appellation for a negro. Chink money. Chip, a child, a chip of old block, a child who either in person or sentiments resembled his father or mother. Chip, a brother chip, a person of the same trade or calling. Chips, a nickname for a carpenter. Chimping merry, exhilarated with liquor. Chirping glass, a cheerful glass that makes the company chirp like birds in spring. Chit, an infant baby. Chitterlings, the bowels. There is a rumpus among my bowels, i.e. I have the colic. The frill of a shirt, chitty-faced, baby-faced. Said of one who has a childish look. Chive or chiff, a knife, file or sword, to chive the derbies, to file off the irons or fetters, to chive the bows off the throws, to cut off women's pockets. Chivy, gave him a good chivy, I gave him a hearty scolding. Chiving lay, cutting the braces of coaches behind, on which the coachman, quitting the box, an accomplice robs the boot, also formerly cutting the back of the coach to steal the fine large wigs then worn. Chokes, choke away, the churchyards near a jocular saying to a person taken with a violent fit of coughing, or who has swallowed anything as it is called the wrong way. Choke, chicken, moa, hatching, a like consolidation, choke pear, figuratively an unanswerable objection, also a machine formerly used in Holland by robbers. It was a iron shaped like a pear. They forced into the mouths of persons whom intended to extort money, and on turning a key, certain interior springs thrust forth a number of points in all directions, which so enlarged it that it could not be taken out of the mouth, and the iron being case hardened could not be filled. The only methods of getting rid of it were either by cutting the mouth or advertising a reward for the key. These pears were also called pears of agony.